Bhagavad-gita and the other Vedic scriptures. And he even comes personally to this planet to reveal himself. Not only God's name, address, activities, and everything are publicly available in the esoteric teaching, but he comes personally also. Kṛṣṇa proved that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and when Kṛṣṇa was present, he proved all these things by his activities. As we already discussed, aisvaryasya, samagrasya, viryasya, yasasah, sriyah, Visnu Purana 6.5.47. He proved by his unlimited activities that he is Bhagavan. In his capital city of Dwarka, he had 16,108 queens, and for each wife he built a big palatial marble palace, bedecked with jewels and gardens with parijata flowers from the heavenly planets. These are described in the Vedic histories of the Puranas. Now, nobody except God, Bhagavan, can maintain 16,000 wives in 16,000 palaces. Not only that, he expanded himself into 16,108 forms, and he was living comfortably with each wife, not that he neglected any of them. Each wife had 10 sons, and those children also each had 10 grandsons. So let's do the math. 16,108 wives plus 161,080 sons plus 161,080 daughters-in-law plus 1,610,800 grandsons. So Krishna's immediate family, the Yadu dynasty, had more than 1,949,068 members. So even if you study from the material point of view, when Kṛṣṇa was present, he proved that he's Bhagavan. Bhagavan does not mean someone with a big beard who becomes God by some kind of meditation. Kṛṣṇa never became Bhagavan by meditation. He was not a phony, manufactured God. He's always God, eternally God. When Kṛṣṇa was on the lap of his mother Yashoda, he was God. The Putana demon came to kill him, but Kṛṣṇa killed her. In this way, if we read the life of Kṛṣṇa given in Srimad Bhagavatam, he's proved that he is Bhagavan. And not only he proved it himself, but all other great authorities accepted him as Bhagavan. There are 4 prominent Vaishnava acharyas in this millennium, one for each of the 4 Vaishnava lineages, and one great Mayavad acharya, Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya also, although he is inclined to the impersonal feature of the Lord, accepted Kṛṣṇa. Sa Bhagavan Svayam Kṛṣṇa. He declared, Narayana Parovyakta. Kṛṣṇa is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, in his Gita Bhashya. So all the Vaishnava acharyas, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarka, and more recently Lord Chaitanya, accepted Kṛṣṇa as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when Arjuna heard Bhagavad-gita from Kṛṣṇa, he also accepted him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Param Brahma Parang Dhama Pavitrang Paramang Bhavan Purushang Sasvatang Divyam Adi Deva Majam Vibhum Ahustvam Rishaya Sarve Devarshir Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Svayam Caiva Bravishime. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. Bhagavad-gita 10:12. So we should understand this concept, this unique Vedic concept of God, Bhagavan. Just like if you look up the word God in the dictionary, what does it say? It says the creator or controller of this material universe, who is, the basis or the center of many religions. Well, that sounds actually more like Lord Brahma than Kṛṣṇa. As I said before, Kṛṣṇa is God on vacation. He doesn't have any work to do. He's not taking a lot of trouble to come to this material world. And even when he does, he basically enjoys with his friends. And with one or two small acts, he accomplishes a great mission that nobody else could accomplish. Well, this is Bhagavan. Bhagavan means one who is full with 6 kinds of spiritual opulences. So then, what about the creator? Or what about the maintainer? What about the destroyer of this material universe? Or who are they? Well, like it says in Srimad Bhagavatam, ete changsha kala pungsha, that they are all expansions or expansions of expansions. Now, just like this phrase, Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is a unique phrase coined by my spiritual master to translate this particular verse, Kṛṣṇas to Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavan Swayam is the original Sanskrit terminology for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And similarly, Changsha Kalaha, this is translated as plenary portions and portions of the plenary portions. Well, what does that mean? Just like when an ambassador is sent to a foreign country with authorization to negotiate and make treaties and so forth on behalf of his government, he's called a plenary ambassador. What does that mean? Plenary means he has the power, the potency to commit his government to any kind of agreement or treaty. He speaks for the king or the governmental head. So similarly, the plenary expansions of Kṛṣṇa, the Vishnu forms and the other incarnations of Godhead, they're called plenary expansions because they have all the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, as analyzed by Rupa Goswami and other great sages, they do not have all the qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only Kṛṣṇa has those. And if we analyze very carefully in comparative studies, we can see the differences. And this is discussed in detail in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, or the Nectar of Devotion. So one should study all these wonderful books to understand really what is God. God is not simply the creator and maintainer and controller of this material world. He's far, far more than that. He accomplishes all that with simply an expansion of his original self, his original form, Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan. And even the great Vishnus on the ocean of milk and the causal ocean, and Lord Narayan, from whom all the material universes expand from the pores of his body, and all the pastime expansions and all the other expansions of Godhead offer their homage to Kṛṣṇa. Why? Because Kṛṣṇa is Swayam Bhagavan. He's the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. From him, everything has come, even the spiritual world and all the material universes. And by knowing him, we rediscover our perfect body. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of My Perfect Body. This is David Hughes, your host, reminding you to visit us on the web at esotericteaching.org, where you can purchase the complete Esoteric Teaching Introductory Seminar DVD and many CDs of transcendental music and mantras.